Hey soldiers, before you start investing or before you continue to invest by purchasing assets, you want to take a look at one particular aspect of your financial situation. And the reason you want to do this is because there could be a characteristic of your personal economy that is working against you in a tremendous fashion. So let's get right into it and talk about, and you've heard it, we're going to answer the question today. The question being, should you pay off debt first before you start or continue to invest? Or, here's another question, should you take some money that you have invested, take it out of play and put it on debt? Let's jump right into it. Let's get into that last part of the question first. Should I take money out of play that I have invested in assets and put that money onto debt, paying down debt? Now, before we seek to answer any of these questions, I am just throwing out some food for thought. I am not giving you financial advice, just some different perspectives, things you might want to look at when you are considering applying different techniques to your personal financial situation. Okay, so let's get into the actual nitty-gritty math with it. So generally, what you may not want to do is take money out of a qualified account, a 401k or traditional IRA, and put that money on debt. Reason being is because if you take that money out of those accounts prior to age 59 and a half, then you are going to be subject to paying a fee, a penalty rather, as well as the taxes on that money. So you could be facing a situation where, let's just say, make it easy, you want to get $1,000. You want to, at the end of the day, have $1,000 taken from your 401k to apply to debt. Well, okay, we got a 10% penalty, so that's $100. You need to. We're at 1,100. We need to take out, and then we've got to also account for taxation. We're going to pay that on that money. So whatever that is your tax bracket. 25%, 30%. What is 30% of $1,100? Right? That's what the tax that you will be responsible for. So you account for that. You're way over what you wanted to apply to the debt. So you're actually putting yourself in that situation in a more challenging position, right? All right, so let's say it's not from a qualified account. You just got some money squirreled away and it's growing. Let's say you got it socked away in an S&P index fund, right? So on average, it is growing by an annual rate of about 10%. So let's say we are starting out here with a balance of $10,000 in this particular non-qualified account. And we throw it into our calculator and say we're going to want that money to mature over the course of a decade, 10 years. And we're getting that 10% we talked about. Okay, great. All right, it's compounding annually, and we are contributing $200 per month to this account. So at the end of the day, we're looking at an ending balance of $65,910. We started out with $10,000. We made a total of $24,000 in contributions over the course of 10 years at $200 per month. And our return was $31,910.20. So not bad, right? All right, now let's flip it and say we got $10,000 in credit card debt. And so we say, look, instead of taking the $200 we had and putting that into purchasing assets per month, let's knock down this debt, this high interest credit card debt. So we can't apply $200 to it per month actually, because when we put that into our credit card debt calculator at 24%, $200 is just well below what it would take to, manage that debt in a reasonable amount of time. So we got to bump it up actually. We got to take the $200 we were taking from the S&P 500 plus another $100, make it $300 per month to put on this $10,000 worth of debt at 24% interest. And what happens is we're going to pay that off in 56 months. So roughly 4 years. All right, so we're taking 4 of our 10 years that we were going to invest that $200, and we're taking 4 of those 10 years and we're paying off this debt. So we got the debt paid off, but now we only have 6 years to invest the $200 per month. Understand how impactful those 4 years were. And we can see that when we look, okay, we're going to get back to investing. 10% is what we expect our annualized return to be, $200 per month. And now instead of making $31,000, we only made $12,000 roughly, $12,667 to be exact. So you see what time did to our ability to actually build wealth by purchasing assets. So our sacrifice did allow us to knock out $10,000 in debt. However, it cost us somewhere in the neighborhood of about $20,000 to do that, okay, when we look at what we were not able to do in terms of our investment. All right, so what would I do? Well, I've got to do both. That's what I would do. So I got to find another $300 from somewhere. I've got to establish another stream of income and or cut back on expenses in order to get $300 per month additional to then devote that to the credit card to pay that off in the 4 years and still stay on track with my investment of $200 a month into that S&P 500 index fund. That's what I would need to do. That's what I would want to do. Now, if I'm somehow able to really supercharge my additional stream of income and get $350 applied to that credit card, just to, $12 per week more, then I knock a significant number of months off. Now I'm at 43 months. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. Look at it for yourself. I think the moral of the story is in 2023, you have to do both. Don't make it an either or, because at the end of the day, what you're able to do, if you can maximize this by continuing to invest and aggressively pay down that debt, you're going to benefit yourself financially. Now, if you're having difficulty and you've got $10,000 or more in debt that you need to get rid of, this is credit card debt, any other kinds of debts you have, $10,000 or more, go to mcenow.com/get debt free. That's our website. We will actually connect you with qualified debt resolution specialists from Debt America. We've partnered with them to help you get the debt paid down. So go check it out on our website and learn how you can aggressively tackle that. So you can then, after you get rid of that debt, devote more money to actually purchasing assets. You've seen what a focus on those assets can do to build wealth. You've seen that in this video. Guys, take a look at this video. We're going to talk more about some things you might consider doing to strengthen your personal financial position, keep you on the road to economic independence. Guys, I'll talk to you soon.